What is going on, everybody? I am John from JFM Development, like you guys probably already know. If you guys noticed, I just put that really cool intro thing in there. I just wanted to see if it would work, and I think it did. Not sure if you guys heard it, but I thought it'd be pretty cool. So, whatever. So, how's it going, everybody? How's it going? Corey Vapes, Mr. Country Living. I have a feeling I know who you are, but you have a different name on YouTube, which is kind of weird, but I think I know who you are. Lori, how's it going? Matt Williams, what's up, man? So, how's everybody's weekend going? I mean, mine was awesome, man. I just got back from the vape convention. It was such a good time. I met a lot of cool people. I met some business contacts. I met just some cool people to talk to. It was really fun. I got to meet some other fellow YouTubers, so that was pretty cool. I got little video clips of some of them talking about advocacy and all that other stuff, which I am gonna, put all together into like a nice little movie and everything and show it to you guys, like a little montage and maybe like a little bit of clips about this and that. So it was pretty cool. So, anyway, so what's new, everybody? You guys mixing up anything good, anything like that? Would love to hear it. Yeah, so I also wanted to do this live stream today, not only to release this clone I've been working on for one of the subscribers. It's a clone of Catalyst. It's it's blueberry fried ice cream, and I've come really close to it, and I think honestly I took all the great parts about it and made it even better. There are certain parts that I personally, didn't care for about it. Like I got this weird it was weird, but I kind of got like this weird RY4 flavor from it, like almost like a tobacco flavor, and I just thought I could make it and do it a little bit better. So I'm at a point where I'm vaping it, and I felt like, well, why should I continue? Well, I'm probably going to continue to work on some variations of it, but like, why should I not release this when this is already like 10 times better than the original? So that's why I wanted to kind of release that. I also want to go over all the great things I got from the vape convention. I got a lot of cool things, and I got the best mod ever, man. Oh my god, it's so exciting. Let me get to that in 1 minute. Let me just say hi to everybody else. Royce, what's going on, man? Bill Premore, hey, what's up? And Paul K, what's going on, man? Right now, I'm actually vaping on a raspberry sugar cookie from this company called Savage e-liquids, called Harley Quinn. I'm just trying out some of all these flavors, and the best part, like, I'm a DIYer at heart. Like, I haven't been buying like many mainstream juices because I mix and I love what I mix, but it was a good opportunity to go to this vape convention and pick up a lot of different flavors that I happen to enjoy and stuff that I haven't actually thought of, and pick them up to give me some influence on like some mixes that I want to go and work towards or something like that. Now, I've tried so many juices while I was there, and let me tell you, there was a lot of crap out there. I'm not gonna lie, but there were certain good ones there, and those are the ones that I actually went out and made sure I got some of because they stood out to me, and that's what I wanted to do. Let's see. So Paul K says he's working on a lemon ginger snap cookie. Yeah, ginger snap. That's a different mix. I got Flavora ginger snap, and I was actually thinking about trying to make some kind of ginger snap type vape with it. Haven't messed around with that one too much yet. Country Living says, yeah, it's Larry, man. This is my YouTube channel. Can't figure out how to change it on Facebook. Oh, okay, yeah, see, I thought it was you. Alright, let's see. Ginger snap, yep. Yep, so he's using Flavor Ginger Snap. Okay, so that makes sense. Alright, so first let me show you the mother of all mods. And this isn't like, alright, it means a lot to me. It's not like a crazy expensive mod, but it's a mod that is definitely limited edition. I haven't found these mods like much at all, like anywhere else, but it also has a lot of sentimental value to me. And let me just go out and say it. And obviously you guys are going to know what this is, okay? But this is my original one that I had. I already had one of these mods, but I got another one because of this certain thing. And that is, see, this is my alien mod, okay? Yes, I know it's an alien mod, but it's a great mod. And it's actually my favorite mod. It's like the best mod I've used. The only problem I have with it is the paint issues. I hate the freaking paint issues, but other than that, it's perfect in the hand. It gives you plenty of power. You squeeze it. It's reliable. It hasn't broke on me yet. The only issue is that damn paint. So, like, it's definitely would be the best mod of all time, in my opinion, if it didn't have those paint issues. That's just how much I love it. To me. Now, you guys might have different opinions, and that's fine. But, so I was like, well, I really want another alien. I don't want this one that looks like shit, although I can use it as a workhorse mod. But I want my alien to look good again. So, what did I find? If you guys can't tell anything about my channel or about my live streams, there is one color that I freaking love, and that's obviously green. Okay, green. My whole panel, well, I should do this. The whole panel on the side is all green. Green's my favorite color. So what did I find? This bad boy right here. All green, baby. All green. I had to get it. Some people said that the paint issues are a little bit better with this one. Like, they don't have them as much, or they said that they claim that Smock learned something from the newer ones that came out, so the paint might not be an issue, but I don't believe that for one bit. I have a feeling that it might fall victim to the same issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm thinking about only using tanks on there. I might change my mind about it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to baby it. I'm going to make sure I don't spill any juice or over drip on it. I know how crazy that might sound and how hard that is actually to do, but I'm going to try to keep this in pristine order and not take this around with me everywhere because it's so nice to look at and it's beautiful, and this is exactly my favorite green color too. So you could imagine how excited I got when I saw it, and I was able to get a pretty good deal because it was at a vape convention, so I definitely took advantage of it. And shit, I don't even like the Baby Beast that much. I like the regular TFE8, but since it was all freaking green, I had to get it. And the TFE8 by Smock, they actually have a green one that I might actually invest in after to get too. It's not a bad little tank though. It's not a little bad tank, but the only difference is the vapor production. Like, it doesn't push out as much vapor production as, say, something like an RDA does, or a TFE8 or TFE12. It's not bad though. It's not bad, and the flavor is really good. But that was my mod, so that was an awesome freaking mod that I got out there, and I'm just so excited for it. Oh, Granny Vapes, how's it going? So nice to see you here. And Josh Road stopped by. That's awesome, man. Josh Road says, what's up? Paint is good so far. Had it for 3 weeks. Oh, okay. So you've had the newer alien. And it's been good for 3 weeks. I'm just trying to remember when my black alien, because I literally bought that first alien when it first came out. I'm just trying to remember exactly how long I had it before I started having issues. Um, I think it was definitely within the first month I started noticing issues, and I first started having most of the effects on the fire bar. That's where it first started chipping. Um, and Corey Vape says my RX 200 has paint issues. Yes, I have a RX. Where is it? Somewhere. Yeah, well, this isn't a good example because I ended up scraping it down to paint it anyways because I wanted to try to make my own custom green one. Little did I know that you have to really seal paint good, and they have a special procedure to paint these mods that kind of hard to do by yourself, I've noticed. So I've actually painted this many times and then stripped it down again. But the one area I didn't paint on it is where the threads are, and the threads on this, that's all like chipped off paint, okay? So it definitely chips on the threads and definitely down the bottom and on the sides. And I didn't notice it so much on like the back and the front, but what I did was I ended up stripping it myself because I wanted to paint it all green, which I do have some pictures on Instagram of it painted green, but then it started chipping again, so then I ended up stripping it down, just have it be like this two-toned kind of silver and black color, which is pretty cool looking. I mean, I usually keep a stainless steel atomizer on it or something. It doesn't look too bad, but it does work good for me. I mean, some people supposedly had problems with the 510 connector on it, but I haven't had those issues with it. Get a sleeve for it. Banger. Have you seen the beauty of this thing? Why would I want to get a sleeve to cover it up though? That's the thing. Like, it's kind of like the argument of phones and like phone cases and stuff. Like, they like advertise on how great phones look and stuff like that, but you're just gonna put a damn case on it anyways, or you're gonna drop it and break it. So one day I was like, hey, well, I want my phone to look good, so I took off the freaking case, and little did I know, it happened to be that one day I freaking drop it and I cracked my screen. That literally just happened to me. So it's kind of the same thing with mods. You want them to look good, and yet you can put cases on them, but then you kind of not getting the mod you bought because it doesn't look as good, So it's kind of a no-win situation. I mean, too bad they don't make like mods out of like titanium that can't be scratched and stuff like that, and that'd be pretty dope. So I think, like I was saying before to you guys and to whoever I was talking about, that my next mod would be like one of those either Stabwood DNA mods or what do you call it? The stuff that a resin DNA mod. But I want like a high end mod for my next one. But then I saw this and I love my alien. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get this one and I'm gonna take good care of it, or at least try to. You know how that works. But I don't know. I like it. I had to get it. But my next mod though, I'm saving up because I'm not buying any more China mods. I want to get like a really nice DNA mod, or it can be a China mod, but as long as it's like nice stabwood and DNA. But I don't know if China mods have those, so I haven't looked too much into it yet. So that's definitely something I'm going to be doing. Josh Rhodes says, I have the red alien with the icon, and oh my god, the colors are nice. I'm liking that green also. Yeah, see, that's funny too. Like, something that I did notice, the difference between the two aliens that I have is the paint actually feels different. So I think they actually coated these ones opposed to the one I had before. Like it didn't feel like there was any coating on that other alien. This one, this green paint, actually feels like there's a paint coating on it. So I'm hoping that's true. I really do. I really do. And if that is true and the shit doesn't chip like that other one did, this is gonna be hands down my favorite mod. It's just perfect. It fits in your hand perfect. I mean, this is the shitty one, but fits in your hand perfect. Take a vape. Plenty of power. You actually get the watts it says it's gonna do, even with just 2 batteries, which I used to have this thing with a lot of mods, like say this one for example. And there's something sticking to the magnet. Okay, so here's that touchscreen one by Smock, okay? First of all, I do have an issue that I should probably tell you guys so you don't buy this one, but this is the G-Priv from Smock, I thought it was cool. It has a touchscreen and all that. But it does... Shit, I forgot what I was going to say. I got thrown off. Oh, right, okay, sorry, thrown off. Okay, so I have this G-Priv by Smock and a lot of other 2 battery mods. They have a problem where like it says you'll get a certain voltage and you won't get the power. Like you'll notice the difference between a 3 battery mod and a 2 battery mod. Especially with this one for the G-Priv from Smock. Like you have 2 batteries. It's supposedly the same thing as the Alien, just a touchscreen and all that. But you go to use this one at a certain wattage, and then you use this one at a certain wattage. The Alien feels more powerful than this one does. Like this one just comes across weaker, even with it on set on high and all the other stuff. Like it just doesn't seem as strong as say the Alien, and you'll get that with some 2 battery mods opposed to 3 battery mods. Oh, and also the bad problem about this one too. You guys should caution yourselves on if you're looking at the G-Priv. Is I have a problem with this 510 connector. It pops out like I might be able to like hot glue it or something, but I haven't took it apart to try to do that yet. But this whole metal ring or something that's supposedly like press fit or whatever, it just pops out. Like if I put an atomizer on it, I'll show you real quick. I'll put an atomizer on it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it with that camera. But if you notice, it's like leaning. Like, look, this is a better option. See? Look. It's wiggling. Like, that whole, like, bottom thing is, like, not glued in right. So, I mean, it is what it is. I think I'm going to try to take it apart and, like, glue it. But that is something to, caution yourself on if you're looking at the G Priv. I don't know if I just got a bad one, but it might happen to you too. Acrylic coat would keep the paint good, wouldn't it? Yeah, probably. Probably some kind of clear coat. Well, I actually tried to clear coat my RX-23 when I painted it, and for some reason it didn't hold. Maybe I just didn't wait long enough. I should just probably kept it there for a week or something without touching it, but it was so pretty I wanted to vape it. um they changed something for the paint on the paint for sure. I think it's clear coated like on cars. Yeah, I think so too, Josh. It definitely does seem different. Granny Vape says, I just got a smock mod from the other half of his birthday with the baby beast. He's ready to upgrade from the Coupe D and commented on how much you like tasting juices in my baby beast. Yeah, the baby beast isn't a good tank. Like, I don't want to knock the baby beast at all because it does have good flavor. It's just not for me. Like, if I was to suggest that to say like someone who doesn't like as much vapor and someone who likes somewhere in between, but great flavor, definitely the baby beast is great. But for my vaping, like my vaping habits or whatever, it's just not enough. It's just a little bit something missing. It doesn't really satisfy me, opposed to say something like the TFD8, something that throws a bunch of vapor at you. Bill Primo says, I like the fact that you can manually adjust ohms for the coil on the Alien. Yeah, that's pretty badass. Corey Vapes, there's another smock mod that too. Wait. Corey Vape says there was another smock mod that did that too. Oh, yeah, so I guess it's a smock problem. Well, the good thing with the Alien is that that 510 pin is like a lot different than say the G Priv, so I don't think that's gonna happen with the Alien, so that's one good thing. But I'm thinking I could just hot glue it. I really hope I can, because that is a nice mod. Like, besides like, the not being quite as powerful, I could put like tanks on there or something that it's not as noticeable compared to like RDAs and stuff like that. Or I could use like nichrome builds to kind of give it like a leg up or something. Granny Vape says, yeah, I got one of those. I don't think I'll get that one. Oh, I never got one of those. I don't think I'll get that one. Yeah, definitely don't get that one. Okay, so I showed you the mod. Let me go over some of these awesome juices that I got real quick. First, let me say the controversial company that I went to get some liquids for. Why I'm saying controversial is because me and this company have history, but it was weird because it was kind of squashed. Like actually, I don't know if I'd say that, but it was an awkward experience. So when I went to the vape convention, I saw people with Vape Wild like bags or something like on their back, and I'm like, oh, damn it, I think Vape Wild's here. So, I'm worried about going over there and having to deal with like all this drama and stuff. So I ended up going up there because I wanted to see if they had Flintstone, because I really don't like ordering from them online. Like, I've been trying not to put my business there, but Flintstone is one liquid that they have that I really love and that I'm still trying to get a good clone of. I haven't really knocked it out of the park yet, but it's definitely the one that stands out for me. That's kind of like my unicorn, like, that one liquid you want to really clone and get right, and it just somehow just slightly evades you every time. Well, that's kind of what Flintstone from Vape Wild is for me, and that's pretty sad because you'd think it'd be pretty simple. So anyways, I go over there, thinking there'd be drama or something, but I really wanted that liquid, so I'm like, you know what, I don't care, I really want the liquid, whatever, I'll just suck it up. So I go over there, like, just hoping nobody recognizes me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, so do you guys have it? First of all, there was a guy who's like, oh, you want free e-juice? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take free e-juice. And so he hands me a bag with these 3 liquids. I never opened the bag. I didn't know what was in them. So then I go over there and I'm asked, like, well, do you guys have any Flintstone that I could buy or something, or that you guys are giving out? They're like, oh, unfortunately, we don't have any Flintstone. We have this, this, and this. I'm like, oh, never mind. I'm not really interested in any of those other ones. It had to be that one. So then what happened was this lady recognized me, one of the social media people, I guess, that I was working with, and I didn't recognize her because I just know the names, but I didn't recognize the face. They're like, "Oh, John, I know you. I recognize you." And like they were starting to talk about like me and YouTube and stuff, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And then I'm just like, um, I'm like, that's not me. That's not me." And they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, you got a T-shirt on that says JFM Development." And I'm like, "Oh no, no, I watched that guy. I just really like the shirt." And they're like, "No, no, no, you can't say you're not that guy." And I'm like, "All right, all right, all right, yeah, yeah, I'm him." But like, she was like acting really nice to me. We talked for a little bit, and she was being really nice. So, as bad as I thought it was, and like how like this conversation we had in the past, it seemed like they're over it. So that was cool. But I didn't get my Flintstone, so I was kind of bummed about that. Because that is one tasty vape, I'll tell you. So, anyways, I didn't think I was getting my Flintstone, so I got home later on and I found out that Flintstone happened to be one of the little sample bottles that they ended up giving me in the bag, but they had no more to sell. So, it was pretty cool. I got Flintstone. It was awesome. Yeah, fish and vaping. Pebbles isn't really a hard one to do. Like any kind of like fruity pebbles one. Like I know how to do fruity pebble type mixes, but it's something about Flintstone. It's just different. It's like kind of like Serial Killer and all those. They're like all slightly different in their own way. I want to get it in a certain way, which I haven't been able to get yet. That's pretty much that. Let me just get a drink real quick. All right, so that's the Vape Wild story. It was just a little bit awkward, if anything, but I did get a little Flintstone, so there was a win there. Now I can try to work on cloning it again because I have something to work with. So another thing that happened at the vape convention is I was walking around and I met Mike Vapes from the YouTube channel. You guys probably know who Mike Vapes is, and I remember he had like some a juice line and that a lot of people supposedly like. So I went and tried like a lot of his juice line, and honestly, a lot of them didn't really. I don't really like too many of them, except for this one right here, and it's from that Hit That Juice line from Mike Vapes, and it's called Banana Gasm, and it's like banana and it's some kind of fruit in there as well, and it's really good. It's really good. Now, um, I'm betting a lot of people do probably like Mike Vapes' juice line, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just nothing really called out to me like Hit That Juice Banana Gasm did. It was just a really nice banana flavor, so I picked that one up. And actually, let me vape on that real quick so I can explain to you how it is. I think it's this one. Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to figure out which one I dripped it on. Okay, so this is Banana Gasm from Hit That Juice. Almost tastes like a banana and maybe like a raspberry. But either way, it's really good. And the good thing about going to these places is you get the e-liquid dirt cheap or you get it for free at conventions. That's why you pay money. They pretty much go there to get their name out. So I got a 60 mil. I ended up paying $10 for it. I think it was like half price or something, or maybe a little bit more off. But so I got a 60 mil for $10, but I wanted to get it because this was the one out of all of his juices that stood out. And I wouldn't mind, trying to make a clone of it, something I can vape. Because like the thing is, when you mix and you become a good mixer, you know how to mix all these liquids good, but then you want to get something that can like influence you on something, a different kind of mix to make. And that's kind of why I want to see the best of the best that was out there that interested me and my flavor profile and get some inspiration from that. Now I have another cool company that I saw there. It was a different company. It's not like a really well-known company, but they're using newer age stuff. Okay, so if you guys don't know much about this, like mouth to lung devices, obviously you know what mouth to lung is. You probably started on these, but you do it like this. It goes in the mouth. So you suck it into your mouth, you inhale and you exhale. That's a mouth to lung. You guys probably already know that. I don't even know why I just explained that. But there's a new kind of nicotine that can go into these mouth and lung devices. And considering this is a DIY channel, you guys have probably seen something about this. And they're called Nic salts, okay? And Nic salts, you usually put in at a higher milligram. The milligrams are a little bit different. So it usually goes in at a higher milligrams, and it supposedly absorbs into your system faster, so you get like the Nick hit right away, has a different throat hit and all that. And I found this company, and it's called Mr. Salty. Okay, and they use Nick salts. And so I saw this, and I'm like, whoa. I wasn't really going there looking for that, but I saw that this was the only company that was there that had Nick salts in their liquid, and I've never tried Nick salts. It's something that I was always fascinated about, and I wanted to like look into like possibly mixing e-liquids with Nick salts in them. And I wanted a pretty good vape for my mouth to lung device because I don't really use it much, and it'd be cool just have a lazy way to put some liquid in there if I'm ever need something more inconspicuous when I'm out on the road. So I got Mr. Salty's 40, I think it's 48 milligrams. Or no, I got the lower one. This one's 25 milligrams, okay? I think they had like 25 milligrams and then 48 milligrams on the really high end. But 25 milligrams seemed to be like, if it was the regular nicotine, it'd probably be like a 12 milligram or something like that. So I got their strawberry custard, and it's amazing. Like, you don't really sacrifice on flavor with the high nicotine when it comes to this. The nicotine, it just tastes clean. It tastes like you can't taste nicotine at all. All you can taste is the flavor, like if you were sub-ohming at like 3 milligrams, which is fascinating because usually when you're high up on nicotine, you sacrifice on flavor, and that's not what's happening with these Nick salts, and at least that's what I think the reason, because it is Nick salts. All I can taste is strawberry custard. That's what I got here, strawberry custard. It's excellent. So that was like one of those unusual things that I wouldn't normally come by. That I'm like, oh, I have to try some of that. I have to try some of that. Oh, hey, what's going on? James Rivera, Train Sonic. What's going on, guys? All right, another one. And this one comes with an interesting story. So when I'm at the Vape convention, I just got my the alien mod, okay, and I wanted to throw some batteries in there and start using it because it was freaking awesome looking. So I had to find a table and put it together and all that, put batteries in, put my RDA in, juice it up, and all that other stuff. So I go to this table, and I guess it was at the Bluebird booth or whatever, and this guy asked me, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is our table or whatever." He was joking around, being like, "I'm like, oh, do you mind if I use it real quick to set up my alien?" He's like, "Oh no, I don't mind as long as you try one of my juices." So I'm like, "Okay, yeah, let me put together my alien. I'll go try some of your juices." And he said like some kind of joking around comment like, "Oh, haven't you heard?" And I'm like, "What? The bird is the word." And I guess that's like what their little slogan is, to try to get people to try their juice or whatever. So that was kind of funny. So that got me a little bit interested. So they're like, "Oh, well, you should try Bluebird. That's like our most popular e-liquid or whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Um, and then so I try it, and I'm like, "Oh, well, that is really good." But this tastes like exactly something like I would make, and I'm pretty sure I could tell you exactly what's in it. I'm like, "Are you one of the mixers here?" And then he's like, "No, but this other guy right here, he's like a friend of the mixer or something like that, or he helped mix it or something." And then he's like, "He knows exactly what's in it." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Oh yeah, so tell me, what do you think's in it?" And so I started going down the line of things that I thought were in it and everything, and like we got a good laugh out of it. It was pretty fun, and I told him exactly what I do, how I make videos, and how I mix and everything. And he ended up throwing me one of these, and he's like, "Well, if you ever want to continue and try to like clone it or whatever, and let me know how it is or whatever, and what you got from it, email me and stuff." So that was a pretty cool exchange. We were talking about mixing and everything, and like what I thought was in it, and I just thought it was pretty cool. So that came with a pretty cool experience. I got to talk about mixing, and it was definitely one of my funner experiences there. Like, we like talking about mixing when we're mixers. So Zesty, what's up, brother? Wow, a lot of people here. Okay, awesome. All right, so the next one I got that was pretty cool was I forgot the company name. I gotta scan this thing and find out. I think it's called Dilemma. I think Dilemma is actually the name of the company, and then it's a strawberry wafer e-liquid. But this one, I talked to it with the company, and I'm probably gonna make a review on it because it is that good. Uh, and it's Dilemma strawberry wafer. It tastes, those strawberry wafer things, the cream in them and all that. This tastes exactly like that. No, no lie, no lie. Now, do I think I could probably clone it? I probably could. I probably could, and I probably will. But it's a very good tasting vape. They gave me a really good deal on it. I told them I would do a video review on it, and maybe I'll be doing some more reviews on Liquid on their products. So it was pretty cool. Like I got to meet a lot of people. I got to try a lot of juices, see what was out there, and I get to meet some people and get some opportunities. So that's probably good for the channel, so we can get more content on here. Now this other company, they had quite a few flavors, and I couldn't really decide. I just they kind of pulled me off guard, and they ended up having a sample pack, and it's called what's the company name of this one? It's called Fox's Fog Factory, and all their stuff is made in ISO 6 lab and all that other stuff, and they had this lemon sugar cookie one that tasted really good, and so it got me interested, and I tried another one that was really good, and I couldn't make up my mind. So they ended up selling me a 4-pack of each of their flavors, and it, to try them out and see how I like them. And I'm like, well, you know what? $5 for 430 mils, you can't really beat that, can you? And they tasted pretty good. Like one of them's called Plenum, and the other one's called Conduit. Another one's called Breaker, and another one's called Auxiliary. So again, it was just like an experience to try out all these different flavors. I mean, I'm gonna probably make videos on them and go through all the flavor profiles of everything. I just wanted to explain to you everything I got so far. Now this one is a big one. Okay, so if you guys watch me, you probably watch DIY or Die, or at least it's not a big leap. Now, one of Wayne Walker's unicorns is Serial Killer by 9 South Vapes. Okay. And I remember him talking about it, and it always interested me. It was like, wow, he supposedly said that this mix is to die for. It's one that he hasn't been able to clone yet, and it's really good. So, I always had it in the back of my mind. I'm like, wow, well, I love cereal vapes, especially Fruity Pebble type vapes. I really want to, try this one out sometimes, but I never just got around to ordering it. So then I was walking by, and then all of a sudden I saw the 9, okay? Like, these bottles have a 9 on top in front of them, and I saw that 9. I instantly was like, oh man, I think that's that company, 9 South Vapes. And then I'm like, well, you guys got that Serial Killer liquid? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, well, we only have a 0 and a 6. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just get 2 of them and I'll mix them together. But they were dirt cheap. They're like they were selling them for $5 each per 60 mil. So I got 120 milliliters of liquid for $10. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. But let me tell you, this one is good. It's really good. Almost tastes like there's a little bit of blueberry in it, but I've been vaping this since I got it. It's a good Fruity Pebbles flavor for sure. So yeah, I can totally understand why Wayne Walker would go apeshit for that. Joey Vape says he got his DIY stuff in the mail. Congrats, man. Congrats. So you haven't even started yet, man. You're in for a treat, man. DIY is awesome. See, Sean Chen said, I just started mixing this week because Zesty Vapes and John. It's been awesome. Thanks, man. Alright, so should I go to that one now? Yeah, let me go to that one because then I want to start sharing the clone with you guys. Alright, so this was probably my best experience at the vape convention. Not only meeting people like the Vapor Chronicles, Brian I think his name is, at the Vapor Chronicles. I even got some footage with him talking about advocacy and stuff like that. Met Mike Vapes. I met quite a few people actually. I also met Beauty. But there was one person I met at this convention that I knew I was probably going to see there, but I didn't expect to enjoy our conversation so much, and I didn't, I just thought I was going to be like, oh, hey, what's up, man, try some of his liquids, all that, and I didn't think he would be such an interesting guy. Now, when I tell you, and I know a lot of you probably watch other channels, and you're regulars, on live streams, I definitely know that for sure, at least a good amount of you. A lot of you probably know who Dawn is. Dawn from Zen Vapor, okay? I know of him. I've spoke with him before. I've had some interest in his liquids, and I knew I was gonna go over there and talk to him and try to get my hands on some so I could, do reviews on so I can try it because I really want to. But let me tell you, I got into an awesome conversation with Don from Zen Vapor. He is like exactly like he is on video. He's a really nice, down to earth guy, and he's a mixer. Like the best part, like I literally talked to this guy for like maybe even an hour. I'm not even sure of how long it was, but like a long time. Just talking about mixing, different methods of mixing, like his thought process when coming to certain like liquids that he had. And I picked up two of his brand new flavors from Zen Vapor, which is Peace and Joy, which he just released at the convention. So nobody has these yet. So I got to try them. I got my hands on some, and they're really good. So they're fantastic. So there's no worries about that. Which I'm gonna do a separate review on that. But he was like a really good guy. One of them that I want to try was his scratch pancakes. Supposedly, it's the best pancakes that you can get in a vape, like from any company. So I'm like, oh man, I really want to try scratch pancakes. But unfortunately, I forgot to voice that to him, and he didn't actually have any on him. He only had the ones he was releasing then. But he did have his own personal scratch pancakes, and he let me rewake and like try some of his, which was awesome. And I got to try it, and let me tell you, it was a pretty good freaking pancake. I cannot lie. But, I got to talk to him about his thought process and making that and how he goes about, like, doing certain liquids. He was just a really down-to-earth guy. So if you see him, like, just, say hello to him, like, talk to him about mixing if you want. He's a really cool guy. I'd love to get him on this channel. For sure, for sure. And his liquids back it up, too. Like, he's no nonsense. He's actually a good mixer. So that's something there, too. Zesty Vape says, you got a new juice, not out yet. Drop the vid first so you can have out first. I was thinking about that. But I don't know who else has it, though. I know I'm probably the first one because they did just release it. But you know what? I didn't even know that till later today when I found out, oh yeah, Don's releasing Joy and Peace at the Vape convention. And I'm like, wait, I think those are the ones I have. I thought they were out for a while till today, like maybe just 2 hours ago, and I found that out. Alright, so where's my other RDA? Because I want to talk about the clone. Yes, this is the one. I'm going to drip the clone on it now. Okay, so let's talk about this clone that I have boiling up for you guys. This clone, this liquid Catalyst by McDonald Vapor, okay? It was given to me by a subscriber because he asked if I could clone it. He asked me to clone these two different liquids. I'm still working on the other one, but this one is phenomenal, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna like it even better, and you guys will like it like even better than the original. At least that's to my palate. So this liquid is right here. Let me just get a reminder. Oh yeah. So much better than the original. So much better. If you like the original, you're going to like this one. You're going to like it better, guaranteed. So, the original was supposed to be a blueberry ice cream. Or ice cream with blueberries. Or blueberry fried ice cream. Yeah, that's it. Blueberry fried ice cream. Okay? It comes in this cool bottle. Like, the only thing that I can't clone is this cool freaking bottle. I can't lie. That skull, it's pretty badass. So, yeah, so he gave me this liquid and he asked me to clone it, and it's a blueberry fried ice cream. And I think I have nailed it. And I think I'm gonna mix it up for you guys. I was thinking about just showing you the recipe, but I think I'm gonna mix it up. Joey Vapes is in the house showing some love from Canada. What's up, man? Josh Rhodes says, JFM, you need to get your hand on Island Vapes. Love it. He just released this Friday. $10 at 30 mil. I mean, I'm pretty done with buying e-liquid for a while. I mean, normally I don't even buy e-liquid because I mix, but I wanted to go to the convention and get good deals on e-liquid. and be able to like get some inspiration for my own mixes. But I don't plan on going out and buying some more e-liquids at this time because I just unloaded quite a few dollars on it. Even though I got good deals, I did get a lot of e-liquid for the money. But that's why I DIY, so I don't have to buy all these e-liquids. But plus, I'm pretty backed up with the clones I have right now. I still got to do a tobacco one, and then there's what's the other one called that I got? I got a few more I have to do, so I'm pretty backed up with ones I want to clone and work on. So, but yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. What's the profile on Island Vapes? That'd be interesting to know. Yeah, Train Sonic, good job. Put that link out for Zen Vapor. That guy's a stand-up dude. And normally I don't like just advertising for companies or anything like that, but this dude is exactly who he is in person. A stand-up dude. He'll talk to you if you have questions, anything. He'll make it right. Like this guy is like one of the most genuine business people I know. Like usually business people you have to worry, oh, is this guy gonna be sketchy? Is he just doing it for the money? All that stuff. Like, no, this guy is like top notch for real. All right. So let me go over the ingredients that I'm putting into this vape. Actually, let me change up the cameras real quick. Let's see. So it should be this one, right? Actually, let me put on my gloves first, because gotta get on the gloves. Now, I try to keep the cost down to this liquid to a certain point, but there are certain flavors in there that I did have to use Flavor in order to get, so I am sorry about that, but there is one flavor in there. But when I tell you which one, you'll understand, because it is one of the best big blueberry flavors you can get. So the trick of this mix was I had to get like this fried ice cream flavor without getting it too fried, like too much of a fried flavor, but at the same time to a point where I could sell that it was a blueberry fried ice cream. Also, as I said with the original before, it had like this RY4 tobacco flavor in it, and it was I don't know, it was like almost like a weird aftertaste. And I don't know if like back when this was designed, that's what they used to like sell the flavor, but I didn't want to use an RY4 or a tobacco flavor in this vape because I thought that was like the one part that was killing the vape for me. So I worked my way around it, used other things to kind of give it a fried, bready kind of flavor to kind of sell that. So I hope the sound, I'm about to switch the cameras up, but my microphone's going to be at my desk, so I hope you guys can still hear me. If you can't hear me well, just put it in the chat and I'll try to move my microphone, but I think we should be fine. It's pretty loud. I'll try and speak loud. Alright, so you change the camera up real quick. Actually, can I put the recipe on there? You know what? I'll just post the recipe on ELR after we're done here. Any experience with Swedish Gummy? I have. Swedish Gummy is a pretty good flavor. I haven't mixed it with anything, but I've done like a single flavor with Swedish Gummy. Alright, so let me switch up the camera, face and scale. Okie dokie. So, let me just see if you can still hear me. Yeah, I think you can. Okay. Actually, let me put the logo on. I'll be right back. I gotta go grab a bottle. Okay, I'm done dancing, embarrassing myself. Alrighty, so this is Catalyst by McDonald's Vapor. Again, fried ice cream, fried blueberry ice cream, man. Alright, so let me go over the ingredients I used first to do this. The first ingredient I used in order to make it was vanilla bean ice cream by TFA. Next ingredient I used was vanilla swirl by TFA. I also used toasted marshmallow from TFA. I used Inawera biscuit. I used Flavora bilberry. I used TFA graham cracker clear. I used Flavora blueberry muffin. Yep, that blueberry muffin. I have to use that. That's the best blueberry, fake blueberry muffiny flavor. Yeah, worked perfect. Worked perfect. All right, next up, I used TFA blueberry extra to boost that blueberryness. And I used Flavor West blueberry graham waffle, which I have to get more of this stuff. I've been running through this stuff. This stuff's really good flavor. Now I still had to get like there's a little bit of fried note that was in there, and I tried it on a couple like variations that I had, and I was trying to get exactly right. And this one actually pretty much sold it, and I was surprised. Like the way it's kind of weird. I don't know how to describe how they sold that like fried ice cream flavor, but what I ended up using was Flavor West pie crust. Yeah, a pie crust in the ice cream. You'd be like, "What are you doing, dude? Why would you put a pie crust in the ice cream, man?" That I was trying to imitate the friedness of that thing, and it was in there, and it tasted perfect. And the final product, let me tell you, excellent. And then last but not least, I used Capella Super Sweet. Yeah, there you go, Super Sweet. Boom. So yeah, Capella Super Sweet. That's the one. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna tear that out. Let's start off with this recipe. First ingredient I used was TFA vanilla bean ice cream. I'm using it at 5%. An ice cream, you need ice cream. So 5%, and this is. I gotta put it for 30 mil. 30 mil. Didn't seem right. Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, so 5% vanilla bean ice cream from TFA. It's in at 1.71 grams. Sounds like there's a spaceship going. And it's just. Alright, so vanilla bean ice cream is in, followed up by vanilla swirl. Now, the vanilla bean ice cream was clearly to get the vanilla ice cream flavor. Now, this is the vanilla swirl is just to try to thicken it up a little bit more with that and give it more vanilla. Both are excellent flavors. Both, if you like ice creams and thick, creamy stuff without eggy notes, you definitely want vanilla bean ice cream and vanilla on your art. But vanilla swirl from TFA is in at 2% or 0.62 grams. I don't know why I'm doing this. I set this up to do this with my left hand. I don't know why, but it's kind of uncomfortable when you do it. Alright, so followed by TFA toasted marshmallow. And TFA toasted marshmallow again to help that feel. Kind of give a little bit of toastedness. Plus, I put the shit in everything. It's like the Frank's Red Hot DIY for me. Alright, so 0.5% or 0.17 grams. Go. Toasted marshmallow in. Followed up with Inawera biscuit again to get a little bit of buttery, note and a little bit of that grain note. And just rounds off the corners. And this is in a 0.5%, 0.17 grams. 17. A little bit. You don't have to go too crazy. Stuff is potent. Alrighty. Next up is an important big blueberry flavor as well, and that's Flavor Art Bilberry. Now this one, you always probably want to use at under 1%, or else it gets really musky. I say it gets like really out of control. So you kind of want to use this one always at under 1%. You're trying to get like a big blueberry type flavor. In this case, I use it at 0.75%. So that's 0.26 grams. 26. Don't worry, I'm going to have this on ELR right after this. So weird using your non-dominant for it really is. I feel like I'm like shaking, jittery. All right. Next up is closes press. Okay. Next up is TFA Graham Cracker Clear. Again, this one is just to help sell that bakery note. It's working with the Innerwear biscuit because it kind of has this like if you were to try Catalyst, it kind of has this the fried ice cream part kind of tastes like a graham cracker slash fried notes. That's exactly why I'm using biscuit in conjunction with graham cracker in conjunction with pie crust. Okay, so graham cracker clear is in at 0.5% or 0.17 grams. Go. Crackers in. Followed up by a blueberry muffin from Flavor. Again, it's just giving it some more bakery notes and to build that blueberry. Excellent blueberry flavor, especially if you bakeries. This one is in at 2% or 0.68 grams. Let's get some more. Use a lot of this. Even if you're unsure about flavor or flavors, anybody who's watching this, seriously pick up blueberry muffin. This one I get so much use. If you like blueberries, this one is definitely a winner, no matter what. Among the best out of any company. Straight up. Alright, followed up by TFA Blueberry Extra, which would probably be maybe my number 3 of blueberries, and 2 would probably be Flavor Art Bilberry. But this one's definitely my number 3 favorite. Helps boost up that blueberry. This is in at 3% or 1.02 grams. 1. I can't believe I'm even getting it in the. Y'all know what I mean. So next up, very careful. Okay. Next up is Blueberry Graham Waffle. Blueberry Graham Waffle is in at 2% as well. It's in at 0.68 grams. Blueberry Graham Waffle. And this flavor, it kind of has those bakery notes from the waffle. It has a little bit of blueberry and has. Been getting a lot of use out of this. Right. We got pie crust. Pie crust is in at 1%. So that's 0.34 grams of Flavor West pie. 34 grams. There we go. Pie crust is in. And last but not least, for flavors, we got Super Sweet from Capella. Yes, this juice is a sweet one, so I'm putting it in at 1%. But if you want to back down on that and put in a half percent, you can do it as well. I'm using it here at 1% of super sweet from Capella, and that calls for 0.34 grams. Okay, there we go. Super sweet's in. Now it's time for nicotine. I'm using 100 milligram nicotine suspended in PUG. So you need to shake it well. If this was VG suspended, you need to shake it even more. And just keep it off your skin. At minimum, wear gloves and keep it out of reach of children and pets. Just be careful with this stuff, guys, because nicotine and this concentration is no joke. This one, I need 3 milligrams in a 30 milliliter batch. It calls for 0.93 of suspended nicotine. That's in 0.93. Now the thing with this one too is normally I do max VG, but this liquid called for a 70-30 blend. So that's what I did here. First I'm going to put in my PG. And the PG calls for a 2.37 grams. Yeah, and I'm never doing this again. Doing it from the left side, this, especially with this heavy bottle. Well, it's not really heavy, but it's heavier and it's awkward with your non-dominant hand. I'm literally surprised that everything's getting in the bottle right now. Literally surprised. I want to block the camera. Alright, so VG calls for 27 grams, 27.01, so 27 grams. There. Best part about this is using a handy mixer, I swear. If you don't know what it is, I know some subscribers asked what it was. The Norpro 5-piece mixer. Allows you to blend right out of the box. That's good enough because I need to put a mixer in that and mix it up. So now I'm going to go to the front camera and mix it up, and then we'll vape on it and talk about it. We can put the front camera on. There we go. Front camera is on. I'm going to mix this bad boy up. So what do you guys think of the recipe? Does it look good to you guys? Let's see. Get this mixer in here. Up. Oh yeah. And it tastes good. Like, you can vape it right off the bat, but I definitely recommend you give this one at least 3 days, because that ice cream is gonna like really thicken up and start to like shine after 3 days. It'll even be better after like a week or more, but after 3 days, man, you can like start vaping this and it tastes excellent. I couldn't believe how good it tastes. Like, see, that's the awesome thing, and like why I want to pick up some like liquids at the vape convention is example like this. Like, a subscriber sent me a bottle of the clone, and I mixed something towards that profile while like I'm trying to get close to it, and I end up coming out with something like way better. And like everything that was good about that, but like amplified. Like, it took out all the parts I hate, and like I hope that's okay with him, but I just felt like a fried blueberry ice cream shouldn't have tobacco notes in it unless that's what you were going for, and it didn't seem like that's what they were going for. But I swear I could taste ROI4, and maybe at the time when they were developing it, they didn't have different ways of making a fried ice cream though, or maybe I'm just tasting an aftertaste of another flavor. But I mean, this the way it is, it tastes like literally like a fried blueberry ice cream, but without the tobacconess. So Johnny said last time for Tyrone was at 0.50%. Might need to go even lower. I must have mixed something. I'm just mixing this up real quick. It's a bigger bottle, so it takes a second. All right. Fine. Cap. With a little juice with the mixer. Just give it one little shake just to make sure it went all the way through. I don't want to vape straight nicotine. Be no good. Beauty and the Vape, what's going on? Yeah, she was there. I got to meet her yesterday too. It was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, I was telling them about you, Beauty, and how I met you and how I met Dawn from Zen Vapor, and I got to try some of his liquids. But unfortunately, I was trying to tell her my vapor story, but every time I went there, she was busy telling somebody else was telling theirs. So I gotta film like a little segment of my vapor story and send it into her, so she has that. And I think that was really important. It's a really cool initiative what she's doing down there and at these vape events. So thank you for doing what you're doing for the vape community, Beauty, for sure. Okay, this was not the atomizer I was using. Okay, so it was this one right here. I'm gonna drip this bad boy on here. Now, what I'm probably gonna taste, because again, it just was mixed and it hasn't been sitting, is the ice cream is gonna be a stick. But after the third day, man, ice cream on this fills out. It has that nice blueberry and that nice fried flavor. Mmm. And it's good. I mean, I would even gander to say it's better than the original. Straight up. Has everything that's great about it. It has that fried ice cream flavor. It has like graham cracker notes, just like the other one did. It has a nice, like almost like a dark blueberry flavor. And then it has the ice cream. Mmm. Excellent. You know what? I wouldn't change this thing for the world. What I would do though, I would tell you guys just to give it some time. Just let that ice cream thicken up. There's nothing I can do about that. Like I can't control vaping times and all that other great stuff. So, and that's pretty much the catalyst chrome, catalyst chrome. Damn it! I said it again. Catalyst clone. There we go. From McDonald Vapor. So I can't replicate the cool bottle, but I can replicate the mix and make it even taste a little bit better. So I hope the gentleman I was cloning this for does enjoy it. It did take some work. It did take some variations, but I think it's good. If you don't like that one just as much or even better than the other one, I will do some more variations to get it towards your palate, because he did send me some juice, and I will make that right. What percentages was the bilberry again? That was in at 0.75%, Johnny 2419. 0.75%. I'm actually, let me see. I'm gonna share my right desktop with you guys. And I'm gonna make it public in front of you all. So if I do desktop right in face, this is the catalyst clone right here, okay? So bilberry from Flavor Art is in at 0.75%. Biscuit from Inawera was in at 0.5%. Blueberry Extra from TFA was in at 3%. Blueberry Waffle from Flavor West was in at 2%. Blueberry Muffin from Flavor was in at 2%. Graham Cracker Clear from TFA was in at 1%. Pie Crust 1% from Flavor West. Super Sweet from Capella. Now I put that in at 1%. This was a really sweet juice when I vaped it. If you don't like sweet juices or something so sweet, you can always knock that down. Sweetener is always optional in my opinion. I love vaping sweet juices, so I like my stuff sweet. But again, knock that down if you want. Toasted marshmallow, again, it's kind of like my, like Breaking Bad, how Jesse Pinkman puts chili chili pepper as a signature and into his meth that he makes or whatever. Well, that's my signature. Toasted marshmallow from TFA. Not only does it like thicken up mouthfeel, do a little toastiness, but I seem to put that in everything. So that's my chili P. Okay, toasted marshmallow from TFA. So that's in at 0.5%. Vanilla bean ice cream, it's in at 5%, and vanilla swirl is in at 2%. What percent? How many mils of flavor? Basically, it's right here, man. It explains everything. Like this for a 30 ml batch. That explains the grams, the milliliters right there. I'm actually gonna make this public so you guys can see it, and probably put a link into the description. So let me just edit this real quick, make it public for you guys now that you watch throughout the video. See, public. There we go. Once this like loads after being so slow, you guys know how slow it can be. And did it go? Nope. This is literally how slow e-liquid recipes is for me all the time. I don't know about you guys, but for me it's always so slow. For real. Laugh out loud, he just used Breaking Bad. Man, I love that show, man. I don't like it. Like, what do you guys think? This is actually an interesting conversation. Do you guys like what's it called? I can't even think of the damn name because I think it's an insult to the name. Better Call Saul. Like, I mean, it's funny. It's funny and it's kind of quirky, but it's no Breaking Bad for real. Definitely like Breaking Bad more. Okay, so the clone is now live. You can go to eLiquid Recipes. On the published version of this video, I will leave the link in the description to the clone just to make it easier because I did this as a treat. So yeah, don't want to confuse you guys with that. Let's see if it live mix. Here we go. Yay, I'm back. And yeah, so let me just see. So again, this is the cool alien mod that I got. Freaking love it. Love it, sure. Excellent, excellent. Vape's excellent. Feels excellent. Looks excellent. This is my cool green drip dip I just put on there. And yeah, I think that about wraps it up. I've done everything I need to do in this video. Now, is there any kind of questions you guys have? Any requests? Anything like that? Is there any mixes you want me to work on? Any kind of flavor profile you're interested in? Or something that's stumping you? Or is there a certain flavor you want me to do flavor notes on? Is there a certain flavor you're considering getting, but you know you're not too sure about it, or what have you? It'd be a good time to tell me in the comments now. Simona says Breaking Bad is awesome. Watched all seasons on Netflix in a few days. Yeah, man, definitely. JFM swag. What do you mean? You want me to sell JFM gear? If you can try to get a good apple juice and a pina colada mix from scratch, that would be great. Yeah, you know what? I kind of want to do a pina colada. Apple juice? Yeah. I mean, I could try apple juice. I mean, pina colada honestly interests me more because it seems a little bit more complex than apple juice, but I probably could do them. I could probably try to work at something. Paul Key says, random question. What profiles do you mix at different PG-VG ratios than normal and why? PG and VG ratios are almost entirely up to you and your preferences, depending on your sensitivities to PG or depending on what device you're using it in or depending on what type of year. Like, there, for example, if it's winter, you might want to use a liquid that has more PG in it than VG. Or say you're using a mouth-to-lung device, you want to use something with more PG than VG. But say you have a sensitivity to PG, you would want to use something with more VG. Or if you want something to steep out a little bit faster, or something you want to accentuate more flavor, or stuff like that, you'd probably use more PG. A VG does mute flavor a little bit, so you wouldn't necessarily have to use as much flavor in a PG, a mix with more PG in it than VG, but it really is entirely up to you. I wouldn't say there's a set mix. The reason why I use 70-30 and say this mix compared to the max VG I usually use is because right on the bottle, I was trying to, you know, get close to it or whatever, and it said it was a 70-30 mix. So kind of wanted to keep it as 70-30. Question: what is the sweetest recipe you know? Um, I don't know. Do you mean like sweet as in like sweetener sweet, or like sweet as in candy vapes? I'm not sure what you're asking. Yeah, definitely. Join the group. We definitely have a lot of stuff going on in the group. It's a way for me to, send updates to you guys, and also, if you guys want to discuss my recipes or any DIY, anything like that, group's an excellent place to go. Also, if you guys like need to get any flavors or need a mixer or bottles or anything, I do have links in the description, and those links are affiliate links, and they do help me be able to get stuff and to make videos about. So that definitely helps out the channel if you do use those links that you would be buying for stuff anyways. So like, say you need flavors, like one day, and just go to my description of one of my videos and just click a link, and that helps me, and it doesn't cost you anything, and it definitely helps for sure. Sweet as in sugar sweet. Well, I recommend, if you want a good strawberry vape that's like your strawberry candy vape, that's really good, and that I always vape and always have some of, is definitely my strawberry airhead recipe, and it's on ELR. It's very sweet, it's very strawberry, and it's very flavorful, and it's very good, and it's a shaken vape. So you might want to give that one a look if you're into strawberries and if you're into things that are sweet, for sure. Now time to clone rose milk. Working on it, man. Working on it. Now, you know what? Now that I have you on here, it'd be a lot easier for me to like say instead of in a text, because me putting into like words and text is a lot harder than me just like saying something now. See, I have your zeros milk here, and I remember you saying that it seems like they don't sit there for a while, and that they move, but like I'm really wondering, the distributor wherever you got the zero milks from, or whatever it's called, yeah, zero's milk. I think that's how you say it. Anyways, I think wherever you got this from, they had this sitting on the shelves for a while, or it was sitting on the shelf in the vape shop. I'm not sure of what, but this liquid here, and I've been mixing for a long time, and I've been testing liquids for a long time, and I even have liquids that have been really old. This liquid tastes like it's been sitting for a while. It almost tastes like it's gone bad. So like, I'm trying to like get what the strawberry milk flavor is from it, but I am having a little bit of struggle mixing it, because like I'm trying to like get all the nuances of it, and it has all the taste of the mix that's gone bad, if you know what I mean. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, if you've ever vaped, have any of you vaped an old juice? You know it gets like this musty flavor, and all of the other flavors become muted. And especially when it comes to something uh that has strawberries in it. Strawberries escape mixes so fast. So if you get something that's been sitting, it's gonna be muted. So every time I try it, it's just like I'm searching for like the certain nuances. I have a couple of them, but I can't get. I think I'm missing some too, and it's really tough. I may have to go look into see if there's any like fresh bottles around anywhere or something like that, because every time I try it, I'm getting like this like musty old e-liquid flavor, almost like a stale bread flavor. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. You guys know what I mean. Um, so definitely look for it. Just ordered some new DIY flavors for starters. Awesome, awesome. I got it from my local vape shop, maybe in the warehouse where they came from. I really don't know. Yeah, I mean, e-liquids, it's funny how they work when they sell them to shops. They first go through a distributor where they could sit on a distributor's shelves for a while. Like, say, Giant Vapes, for example, they just hosted the vape convention, and they're actually in Rhode Island, which is pretty cool. But they're actually what you call e-liquid distributor. First, there's a place where it makes them. Then it goes to a distributor, and it sits there for a while, and they distribute it to all these other shops. And once those shops get them, they could have been sitting for months and months. You don't really know, depending on how popular e-liquid is. And then it might sit on the vape shop shelves for a while, and then you finally get it. And it could be way old or even bad by then. So that's another thing. Like usually you can tell by color. Like a lot of people want a juice that's in its prime, and they don't want to have the steep juices. But then you run into the problem where you get shit that's really old too. So kind of double-edged sword. But you figure that all out when you start making them and stuff, and you've tried them and just through experience, you know. Nick is oxidizing. Yeah, well, it tastes like that, and like the flavors have like some of the flavors have escaped, and it's just tasting like mush, like not mush, but like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It tastes like the flavors have gone away, and it tastes like a little stale. Like, have you guys ever tried something that's been like really old? Like, I don't know if I have anything right here, but something that's been like sitting for a long time. Like, say for example, this was made in September, and this one still is probably okay to vape. But this one, and look at the color of it, okay? Like it starts to turn like this blackish color, and like you can see that's getting there, if not past that. So like you see what I'm saying? Like you can tell by color, you can tell by like flavor, obviously. But I don't know. I'm just scratching. Just scratch it then. I trust your palate, man. Well, I want to work on something for you. I feel bad. I just wish I knew exactly what it tasted like, you know? Um, like, I don't know. It sucks. It sucks. Let's see. JFM development. Old juice is like throwing 3 days of leftovers in a pot. Yeah, pretty much. Like, if you probably like take like 3 of your mixes and put them together, like 3 of your crap mixes and put them together, and then like heat it up in the microwave, let it cool down, and then go and vape it. That's probably what old e-liquid tastes like, for sure. Like old basic, yeah. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I gotta go pick up the wife. So again, if you guys are new here, please hit that subscribe button. That really does help out the channel, and put a like on a video. Also, if you guys need anything like bottles, beakers, or flavors, or anything like that, links are in the description. Also, join my Facebook group. It's JFM Development Just Friggin' Mix group. We talk about recipes. We talk about everything that happens on the channel. I get to notify you guys on what's going on and stuff like that a lot easier, and I get notifications better that way. So, thank you guys so very much for watching. I really appreciate you all. You guys have yourselves a great day. Peace.